welcome to the iceHQ Ice Rink in Reservoir, Melbourne, Australia. I'm Roy Boy. We're on traditional land, the iceHQ Junior Summer League 2024-2025. I'm Carl Brewer, and we're bringing you the coverage for the JSL Finals Series. And today, on Sunday morning, it is Grand Final day for the Junior B Grand Final gold medal game. It's between the Dogs in the black and the Inferno in the white. This is a rematch of last year's Junior B Grand Final as well. In the semi-final just last week, the Dogs won very narrowly against the Snipers 7-6 to win the right to challenge the Inferno. Throughout this season, it's been an interesting tussle between the two teams. In round one, the Inferno won 14-9. In round two, the Dogs won 18-3. And then to square things up, in round three, it was an 8-all tie. So the goalies generally having pretty bad days there, you'd have to say. And then in round four, the Dogs won in a very narrow 9-8 game. Junior B is what is called modified checking. It's not quite full contact hockey. They're allowed to carry out what's known as an east-west check, so you're allowed to make contact with your opponent to dispossess them of the puck and take them away from the puck from the sides, but not head on. So what that means is if they're going from one goal to the other, they're not allowed to collide directly in that direction. You are allowed to be pushed sideways as you move up through the ice. Scorers for the Inferno, Michaela Doolan, 43 goals for the season, and Marcus Sandy with 20, and for the Dogs, Angus Hunter scored 35 and Lachlan Fleet 16. We're about to get underway now as the Junior B Grand Final is underway, and the puck won now by the Inferno, clearing up the ice, finding Webster, who puts the puck across, but only as far as the neutral zone with the Dogs pick it up. And Webster again just watches it, going harmlessly back to his D partner, picks up ice again. Puck lost down in the feet of Tom Giles. Puck now played up through the Inferno, dumping it in, trying to find some space there, and just deeking through the middle of the Inferno there in the quite able to deal with a loose puck there on the ice, which is still possibly just a little bit sticky. The puck was done a while ago. It's now winding from the distance, a shot taken, and a goal scored right in the very first minute of the game there by the Inferno. That is Lachlan Fleet who scores that one. Tell her right. Enzo Bernardo got that one. One goal lead to the Inferno. Just over a minute played in the first. Inferno getting that quick start away, getting the puck past Dogs. The puck now deep in the corner for the Inferno in attack again. This time the Dogs breaking it out, looking up ice, finding a connection. And that's Lachlan Fleet now, who winds and shoots. The save made by Smith in the net for the Inferno. Underway well and truly now this game. It was Fleet there, created a nice opportunity, got across on the forehand, fired the shot away. But Webb was there to make it safe. Face off there won by the Dogs, but stolen beautifully on the march through by Doolan. Doolan gets on his forehand, winds and shoots. Right around the back of the net. Taruko for the Inferno, just watching carefully as the last line of defence sees the puck coming through, tries to go to the check, but it is intercepted through the cross ice now by the Inferno. Firing in, getting on the backhand, and scoring another one is Michaela Doolan. And Doolan has scored 43, now 44 goals for the season, and you can see exactly why. That's some slick hands there. Just got across over the shoulder of Walt Webb in the net for the Dogs, and we're at a 2-0 lead to the Inferno with 14.5 minutes to play in the first. So commanding start there by the Inferno. The Dogs want to get that one back pretty quickly. Showing us just exactly why he scored so many goals throughout the season. Dogs now clearing the puck up. Webster comes in for the Inferno, just keeping it under control. Rusek now also trying to get involved in the play, but it's Forrest now trying to get through. Who dumps it in deep, racing back to pick it up for the Inferno. Benjamin tries to clear it up. It goes across the middle of the ice dangerously for the Inferno, but they clear it up. Trying to get now there, Cat Wong, but it's just out of her reach. The Dogs now will look to bring it out of their zone. And they do, just circling around, trying to pick it up there was Musek, but couldn't get onto it. Puck is driven in deep now for another reset by the Dogs as they look to break it up. Not much pressure on the Dogs player there in Archie Robinson, who had a lot of time and space moving up the ice. Coming back now the other way, trying to return the favour. Sandy runs the puck around the back of the net. Inferno now doing a good job of just trying to cycle it up high. The intensity very high in this first few moments of the game as the Dogs now try and rip around the back, but it's intercepted. The clearance not clear. Comes up high, big backhander there, major sack, but it wouldn't go. Now a shot from the distance is saved by Red, who gets it under control, freezes the puck. We will have a defensive zone face-off now for the Dogs. Frenetic pace now, the first couple of minutes. The Inferno with 5 shots on the net for 2 goals. Great start for them, that's what they would have wanted. Dogs will need to do something about this, get themselves into it quickly. Initial intense rush there by the Inferno as they fling it in from a distance, a shot from the point. That's wide. Up deep in the corner as the Inferno try and keep it in again, just dancing around the back of the net there. The Inferno forwards as they Dogs trying desperately to clear the puck out of the zone. Waiting for it was Boros, who just played in the previous Junior C game as well, I think. And now the Inferno, there the Dogs look to break it around the back of the net. Scored in the corner, shot from the distance, goes through everything. Nice cannon there, fired the magic sack, but it went just a little bit wide. They tangled up in a little bit of a melee on the corner. The puck is now caught behind the back of the net. The Inferno trying to put it around the front, but breaking it out now. Here's the Dogs, but stolen again. They can't clear the zone, and they're stuck down there now for quite a while. There's some tired legs. They're looking pretty keen to get a change, and finally they do get the puck out of the zone. Racing him now to put some clear effective pressure on is Giles. Loose in the high slot, picking up again the Dogs this time with a little bit of offensive pressure. Inferno back in numbers though, clearing it out. They do have a loose player in the slot one of the Dogs before he can get the puck across. Might be looking to make a connection to Boros, but it's not going to go. And Inferno now just trying to clear it out of their zone. They're still unable to clear the zone. It's still stuck down in the area. It's taking a shot from distance, but flinging it harmlessly high was Archie Robertson. Inferno trying to get a puck out of the zone, but stolen beautifully. Hunter gets a chance, shoots, scores. Hunter there took the puck high in the defensive zone. The Inferno not clearing the puck out of the zone with perhaps the urgency that they would have needed. Hunter was there, stole it, got around, got onto his forehand and flung it over the shoulders of Kobe Smith. With the Dogs in the game. 2 goals to 1 lead with 10 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the first. Start the Dogs that we wanted, but certainly they're back into it now. So that goal, Hunter putting it right in it. His 36th goal for the season. The puck is just pushed out of the zone, is trying to clean it up for the Dogs. Inferno zone. Moving deep into the corner. They're looking to try and get a play loose in the slot. They've got one now. Just hovering around high the Inferno. Looks like Max Dossier who's trying to find some space. The puck comes out for the Dogs, but they clear the zone. He's relieved about that, just trying to create a little bit of space for themselves. Trying to pick it up now. Fanning on the clearance there, Benjamin. A lot of pressure from a significant number of Dogs forming a pack all around him. And the puck is just kind of driven in through, trying to pick it up there was Faf. Clear the puck out, clear the zone. It's not going to go for icing, it's not going to make it all the way. Picking up now for the Dogs, Will Giles. He looks up ice, finds a connection on the change, but there's legs and arms and referees in the way. Into the corner. This little stutter step and a turn by the Inferno. They go up high, taking shot predictions through noise with Webster. Just a few putting his feet in the way. Didn't create the deflection they would have liked. But now the puck coming back up for the Dogs as they counter. And they clear the zone. Are they stuck pinned in the corner? They are still pinned in the corner. The Dogs as Inferno try and rip it around the back. Good numbers. Here come the Dogs on the breakout. Putting some forechecking pressure on. They're all caught offside though, the Dogs. Have to go back and reset. Inferno with a bit of room, looking up ice now trying to find options of breakout. A little static at the moment for the Inferno, but picking it up, Webster. Webster breaks too wide, but caught offside was Tommy Bulick. 2-1 the lead to the Inferno over the Dogs in this grand final for the Junior B. 6 shots on the net to the Inferno, 2 to the Dogs. By usual suspects, Caleb Doolan and Angus Hunter, 2 top goal scorers for each team, establishing their prowess very early on in the game. The Dogs look to clear the puck out of their zone. They've got a little bit of room. Not enough, racing now into the corner to try and put some pressure on Tom Giles. Got the Inferno though on the heater, streaking out, blasting up the middle. Dossier has some room. Goes wide, Dossier in position, but the pass not made by the puck carrier, and now it's flung down the other way. But it's going to go for icing, and the puck will cross the red line at the far end. If you're not familiar with the rule of icing, if you play the puck from your side of the red line, so your half of the rink, it crosses the goal line at the other end. That's not a goal, but the goal line. The red line from the goals to the end, and you can just see that on the stream. It's called icing, and you're brought back for a defensive zone face-off. There are some ways to nullify it. I'm not going to worry about explaining right now. But that was an icing. The Dogs play the puck from their half across the goal line at the other end. It's designed to force players to carry the puck out of the zone rather than just pick up the other end. Here they come again. Hunter, Wine shoots, scores. Block aside. Maybe Smith got a bit of blocker on it, but it wasn't enough. You can see Hunter here gets wide, gets right onto the forehand, shoots through the noise. It flicks just a little bit off Cody Smith's blocker, but not enough to clear the zone. And we are all squared up at 2 goals apiece. 6 minutes and 30 seconds to play. This Junior B grand final for the Junior Summer League here at iceHQ. So back now to pick it up. The Dogs playing up ice. Angus Hunter this time. The Dogs put down in their zone with some strong pressure by the Inferno. To Kidman King. Get a fortuitous whistle. And the game will pause briefly for a reset. Unable to get a decent shot away. I mean, there's a bit of congestion now. Here come the Dogs trying to break it out. Pick it up through traffic. Beating 1, beating 2, but a body getting in the way. Doolan, who cycles around looking for some space. Crosses through 1, gets around with a nice cheeky backhand. Here he comes, Doolan. Gets onto a forehand. Wine shoots. Save made. Work there. Walt Webb got onto that one. A little bit of push and shove in front of the slot. As Gosling for the referees there on top of it very quickly. Are allowed a bit of push and shove in front of the slot, but you've got to be mindful. Goaltenders and players will particularly be mindful of protecting their goaltenders as much as they can. A bit of a protected species, the goaltender, and they also can't ever get a penalty. They can, if they have a penalty, they're allowed to stay on, and someone else has to sit and score. It doesn't quite give them open season on misconduct, but regardless, goalies are a little bit of a protected species, and rightly so. They are vulnerable in their position. The Dogs look to play it up the ice, but it's picked up there by Dawn, who races down the half boards, tries to get across forehand, shoots through traffic. Goaltender in the way for the first one, but the rebound is picked up and cleaned up, and the Inferno tied it up for another one to take them out to a 3 goals to 2 lead. Dawn's move that made it happen will definitely get the assist on that one. Finishing off, being in the right place at the right time. Mulik. Lovely play there, good combination. Showing the advantage of getting that shot away low and hard and being there to pick up the rebound. The Dogs looking to get it back quickly. They've got 4 minutes to go in the first. Inferno with 11 shots to 3, so the ice definitely sloping in their direction at the moment. Come trying to break it out, but a nicely timed poke check on the boards by Archie Robinson. Keeps it in for the Dogs. Picked up now by Tom Giles. Penned in, doesn't have much in the way of option. Now the Dogs get a shot from the distance, it goes high, a bit wide. Goaltender lost sight of it there. I don't think Smith knew where that one was, but it didn't matter because it wasn't in the net. The end with the congestion in front of the side, it's all tied up. We will have a face-off. Louise Quidlin just getting it all organised. Other referee on the ice at the moment, Steve Gullick, ice hockey legend in this country. Steve was involved in the Mustangs team that won the National Championship just a couple of years ago in the AHL. Flung in from the distance, goes high, still bobbling around, but the whistle's blown. Quidlin blows the whistle, and goes just a little bit slow to settle it down. A little bit of face washing going on as well in the slot. Doesn't work very well with the face coach on though. Defensive zone. Let's have a look at where the Dogs set up their defence. So they've got Giles in close. Another D there in Forrest just hanging back a little bit. Forrest, that's Borg. Wisely holding back just a touch. The puck comes up to Borg, who looks up ice, brings it in, but only as far as the checking pressure dumps it into the corner. It's a little bit of a nudge for troubles. Has to turn around and the puck is dumped back in by the Dogs, but it's going to go for icing. Puck was played from their half. Basically, Carroll in trying to pick it up with Angus Hunter. But Inferno were back, so no chance to nullify the icing. And 2 minutes to play in the second. 3 goals to 2 the lead to the Inferno, 11 shots to 5. So the Inferno out shooting the Dogs almost a bit over 2-1. Scoreboard not quite that regard, it's only 3-2. But it's been a good period for the Inferno, great intensity. Getting a little bit fired up as well with a very nice goal early on to Hunter. Just over the blocker of Toby Smith. Puck pushed deep into the corner, racing in to pick it up now. The Dogs trying to clear it out to get the puck down the other end. 90 seconds to play in the period. Puck deep in the corner as the players form a scrum. Puck eventually cleared out. Still behind there, danger zone now for the Dogs as the Inferno go a wraparound, and the wraparound becomes a goal. Inferno really starting to open it up here in the first. They've gone out to a 2-goal lead. You see the wraparound on the replay. This comes loose, then up high again, and the second shot to pick up from that rebound. The wraparound wasn't the one that scored the goal, but it certainly created it. And it was picked up by Inferno. 50 seconds to play in the first. 4 goals to 2 the lead. At the moment, the Inferno looking to extend it out as best they can. It's like a Sunday who got that one. They want to get that one back fast, see if they can get a little bit of a morale boosting goal with a few seconds to go. Just 25 seconds on the clock. Here come the Dogs. Fleet just waiting on the blue line. Starters and has to come back as the Inferno pick it off. 16 seconds to play in the period. Racing through the middle, getting around one, but not getting past the poke check. There was Abdullan. Nice move, but the Dogs' defence made sure it wasn't going to get any further. Puck still bobbling around behind the back of the net. The Dogs, all they can do is clear it up high, which gives the Inferno a chance to fling it in, but they will be beaten by the siren. At the end of the first period, the Inferno 4 goals to the Dogs 2. 12 points on the net. A little bit slow to catch up with what's going on. If you're looking at it on the hockey site, you'll see Bernardo got the first one from Dossier, and then Abdullan, an absolute ripper from Wilsik. And Angus Hunter got one back for the Dogs very quickly. Hunter with a second one, so Hunter with 2. Having a pretty productive morning so far. Willick got another one, got one from Abdullan again, and then Sunday got one to extend it out from the rebound from Wilson. We've got a nice wraparound that came off the pads, popped up high. And Sunday was there to put it away. 4 goals to go. 2 periods to play. And the Dogs get back into it quickly. Just a little bit of history again. The Inferno won the first time these two teams played 14-9. The Dogs won 18-3 in the second. And they had a tie and then a 9-goal win to the Dogs. So both teams prolific scorers. Both teams will be save they can make is going to be absolutely critical for their team's success in this game. It is the grand final. It's silly to pretend otherwise. Dogs try to hook it in deep. And it's a nice lob, but it's going to go for icing. That was flung in by Kane. His players couldn't get there in time, so it goes to icing, and the dog should be brought back. Now, an interesting thing about an icing is it gives you a defensive zone face-off, which can represent an outstanding attacking situation, because you're already back and established as a defending team. Quite often, the attacking team will pinch right in, and you can see the Inferno, one of their D, has pinched right up close up onto the top of that face-off circle. If the dogs can get behind them quickly, and that's a great opportunity. They don't this time, but it is a great opportunity to try and make that happen. He's now blasting up through the middle. Comes Angus Hunter. He's already got two. You've got to keep a close eye. Now the puck gets past Robertson, who has to go back and pick it up. Skates around the back of the net, looks up ice, trying to find options. Got Hunter in the middle, but it's picked off there beautifully, Abdullah. Shot taken, another goal to the Inferno through traffic. Some good pressure being applied there by Hunter, but it wasn't enough. And the alternate captain for the Inferno, Enzo Bernardo, gets one through the 5-hole of Walt Webb. In a great scoring position. He was under a lot of pressure. Hunter was on him. Still managed to get enough on it to get it through, and I'm not sure that Webb saw it coming. Takes us out to 5 goals to 2 lead. The Dogs will need to get that back quickly, get themselves back in this game as fast as they can. Ward picks up the cross ice pass, looks up ice, tries to fling it to a player. Freeman Cohen there. Freeman, sorry, but wouldn't quite make the connection. As now here comes the Inferno back again in Sandy. Puck just dribbles wide of the net. Dogs looking to pick it up. A bit of a high stick there, and we're going to have a stoppage in play. Not lacrosse. It's not a penalty offence. They've got to stick up high and then deflect the puck. Unfortunately, for all what that means is that it's not a big deal. They win the puck from the face-off. It goes back to Will Giles, who tries to play the puck up ice, but runs into traffic in the neutral zone. Dancing around there is Wilsick again, caught in the corner, looking to put the puck into the slot. They haven't got anyone there at the moment, the Inferno, but now it's Abdullah who tries to put the puck across. Got it as far as Willett. Loose puck still bobbling on. Referee perhaps a little slow there with the whistle. Bellic onto it now though, as there's a little bit of contention in the slot. Dogs racing out to get a change. Smart. So a little bit of pushing up there. Got to be a bit mindful there, the Dogs, when they come on after the change. If they go for a involved in any sort of an altercation, it can end up being quite a significant penalty for them. The Inferno also will get a change. Dogs with fresh legs on the ice. 13 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the second. 5 goals to 2, the lead to the Inferno. 14 shots to 6. The Dogs turn this one into a rapid counter-attack. That's what they're going to need, and they do. Dancing through the middle. Hunter, he's got through. He's got no one in front of him except the goalie. Won't shoot, scores. Angus Hunter, that defensive zone face-off, the break through it, caught the Inferno up a little bit high. They gave him way too much room. Hunter gets onto his forehand, has all the time in the world. And Kobe Smith just watched that one sail over in glove side. Hunter with his third for the game. Gets the Dogs back into a 2-goal deficit. 5 goals to 3 now, the score, but you just can't give that guy what's going to happen. Prime goal scorer, that's his 38th for the season. That's a lot of goals in the 12-game season, that's for sure. Here comes the Inferno again, backing up the other way. They've got a wall of Dogs trying to occupy the ball line, but they still have to get through. It's lobbed, but it's lobbed over the top, and it's a goal to the Inferno. Flung over the shoulder of Walt Webb, who didn't see that one until he could do anything about it, until there was enough time to do it. Anything about it, and that was Max Dosso who got that one. Lobbed it high. Walt Webb just couldn't get onto it, and it was went over his shoulder. It's a really awkward save to make as a goaltender because it's pretty hard to get your hands up over the top. If you're a tall player, it's not so bad. But if you're a relatively short one, that gets pretty big. That presents a big target. So Inferno back out to the 3-goal lead as they would have wanted. It's through the middle of the Inferno again, but just ridden off the puck was Bernardo. Dylan had another shot, but this time it doesn't make its way into the net. Trying to fly down the other end flat, but it won't go. Dylan now just being pushed around a little bit as the Dogs go back and a reset. Picked up by Flett, looking up ice, trying to find options. Goes cross ice, doesn't work. It's picked up straight to Abdullan. Abdullan gets on to his backhand, tries to chip it across. He's looking for Grosser again. So gets on the forehand, shoots through traffic, but there's sticks in the way this time. They just break up the momentum. Now the Dogs trying to play it up ice. Brotherton looking up ice, trying to find an option. Pushed off the puck, and we're going to have a penalty. Steve Bellett calling that one for an interference, no doubt, and it's going to be interference on Inferno. Someone over. Not playing the puck, but anything else. And sitting the penalty will be Bernardo, who will do too, which give the Dogs the first power play of the final series. We didn't see any penalties in the Junior C grand final we had just earlier this morning. The first power play we have the Dogs with the numerical advantage. 5 players to 4. In this instance, the Inferno can ice the puck and it doesn't get brought back tonight. So now they can ice the puck down the other end and get it if they so desire. Usually a good way to run the penalty down. With 10 minutes to play in the second though, they're not going to let off the gyrator I think at all. As Marcus Sande now putting heavy forechecking pressure on the Dogs power play, still tying up that puck. We're going to get a whistle now for just a stoppage. The advantage if you are an Inferno player at this point in time is the clock will continue to tick. This continues to run the penalty down on the Bernardo penalty. The Dogs who want to set this one up fairly quickly. The Inferno can just take their time. The clock continues to tick. Not stop time until we get the last 2 minutes and the 2-goal difference. Dogs now playing up ice, but Inferno with time. And this time they do the exact right thing of dumping the puck down the other end, but it gets caught out of play. Because it went out the players' benches, there's no penalty for that one. Can get penalised for firing the puck out of the area of the defensive zone deliberately, but that was neither in the defensive zone nor out of the intercepting the opponent's area. So Inferno with a defensive zone face-off. Dogs all pinching in. Only 45 seconds to go on the Bernardo penalty. Puck is dumped down by the Inferno. They fling it deep. Webb watches it hit the backboards. He's going in to put some pressure on Marcus Sande, trying to break up the Dogs' move. But here they come. Dogs looking up ice, trying to find some support. They had Tom Giles moving in, but couldn't get the pass across. Inferno now looking to clear the puck out of the zone, and they do nicely. So Doolan once more tries to get the puck across. Finds the feet of Marcus Sande again. Great combination between these two. But luckily for the Dogs, Webb was there and shut it down. The penalty will expire while the play is resetting. So what we'll see is that Bernardo will be on the drop of the puck. So the core opener waiting. As soon as the puck is dropped and the game is underway, Bernardo will be back on the ice. In this particular instance, the gameplay it's probably not going to be terribly significant. It's not coming in behind the play. It's not like you won't be noticed. We are back to full strength. The Dogs not getting any shots on the net on that power play, but at least they didn't give away any goals. They don't want to give shorties away. That's always embarrassing. It's a Maple Leafs trick. Now the puck deep in the corner. The Dogs looking to get it up high. 7 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the second. 3-goal lead to the Inferno. 6 goals to 3. It's been mostly them. Hunter with 3 terrific goals though has done the damage for the Dogs. This time trying to clear it out is Will Giles, but it won't go. Trying to blast it up the boards there was Steve Sujama. Still stuck in the zone now. The Inferno pick it up. They've got Dosser free, just waiting in the back door, looking to try and pick up that park. Now picked up by the Dogs' defence. Inferno fling it deep into the corner. Dosser now goes to try and pick it up, wrapping around, but marked nicely. Dogs player losing their footing there in Sujama, I think that was. There's the puck nicely out of the zone. It's made a connection, and Colin Freeman now has a bit of room, gets a shot. Goes high and wide. Good opportunity. Sorry, Freeman there had a great opportunity, but couldn't quite finish it off. Another chance now. Abdullah, who shoots and scores, just making it look too easy. Got through a wall of traffic. There's Abdullah once more, and you can see Abdullah had 43 goals at the start of this game. I think that's now 47. Silky hands, just finding room for quite a lot of defensive pressure. Chipping it over the shoulder of what we're taking the out to a 7 goals to 3 lead with 6 minutes to play in the second. 18 shots to 8. Certainly going in favour of the Inferno in every context. Just want to get that one back ASAP. Borg now trying to put pressure on Dosso, but it goes into the corner. Ball gets around before checking pressure off the Inferno, but they can't clear the zone, the Dogs. Still stuck in. Dosso now looking for an opportunity, runs into some traffic. There's his footing. Now the Dogs clear the puck out of the zone, but they'll be looking just to probably get a change here. They're not changing, they're all staying on. They've been on for a while. It's a pretty handy thing to do, but the Dogs staying on this time, and it's Bork who flings it in, puck's loose in front of the slot, trying to get a shot away. Was Brotherton. Save was made, and the puck was tied up. Eddie Smith for the Inferno. A little bit shaky there for a second. Managed to get enough on it to shut it down and draw a whistle and get a stoppage. So we'll have a defensive zone face-off now for the Inferno. You can see the Dogs' defence sitting back a lot closer to the blue line, being a lot more conservative. I know the threat of the Inferno coming through quickly, and you can see it there exactly. It's busting up now through the middle. Marcus Sande. Sande tries to get around the back-checking movement. Gordon Samet was there and tied it up. The puck is now bobbling around loose again as we get some more push and shove in the slot. Forwards will often think, if I can get to the puck, I'm going to have a go and try and poke it past the goalie. Defensive players, of course, fairly unhappy about that. Always got the hand down on the puck on the loose puck. Very vulnerable. Regardless, 4 minutes and 30 seconds to play. 7-3. The lead for the Inferno, full goal margin. With just over 4 minutes to play in the period. Got to get it back quick. They've certainly done it before. They did score 18 goals in round 2. So they certainly can do it. By no means over in this game. It is grand final of the Junior B. Picking it up, flying up through the middle is Archie Robertson. Looking deeply into the corner as the Inferno now trying to pick it up and clear the puck out of their zone. Dogs checking pressure. They've got a loose player floating around high slot there in Ollie Boris. But it wouldn't get to him. Now he will come in Inferno again, breaking that up ice, but the connection pass just a little bit awry. Going now to pick it up is Kane. Kane looks up ice. There's a bit of room in front of him, so he starts to skate up. He's looking for passing options, finds one right through the Royal Road. Shot taken from a distance by Boris, but it went wide. Inferno return the favour and come blasting back down the other way. And of course it is Abdullah who shoots. Save made. Second save not made. Abdullah got the first shot away, which created the rebound opportunity. And you'll see, I think it was Dosser again there. There's the first shot, goes in Abdullah. May well have just been a little bit of lucky bounce as well there from the shot. So you might see that from the top-down replay if we're lucky. That one, but we'll say the lead now, 5 more leads to Inferno with 2 minutes and 50 seconds to play in the period, and it has absolutely been the Abdullah show. Got close to that puck, it's been dangerous, certainly created a lot of goals. Abdullah now with his third. Now deep in the corner now, it's Dosser who picks it up, tries to get onto a forehand, puck's still loose in the slot, Dogs all swirling around. Again, we have a very much reminiscent of a rugby maul. Old school rugby, that is, before the rules were changed and they ruined the game. But that's another story. One more face-off now for the Dogs to set up. This is where, if they're lucky, they can get another quick breakthrough. They've certainly got one earlier. Angus Hunter taking advantage of a pinching D by the Inferno, but not this time. And it's iceHQ who goes in to try and play it up ice. Couldn't get it past the pressure of Will Giles, but now they've got another chance, the Inferno, and they score. That time, this one on the replay. Shot from the Alex Ovechkin Memorial shooting position. That time it was Marcus Sando putting it away for the second for the game. Inferno out to a 9-3 lead with 90 seconds to play in the second. Looking good for the Dogs at the moment. They're trying to get one back quickly. Get themselves sentimental. They're going to try and put it in the third. This footing there was flat. Now back the other way. Once more, Marcus Sando gets clear, shoots scores. They're just making that one look way too easy. Got through everyone, and Webb couldn't do much about it. Beautiful forehand, nicely timed, went block aside. Webb could do nothing but watch that one the time. 10-3 now, the lead with 45 seconds to play in the second. And the Dogs get themselves in this game. They've got to score one now and give themselves a little bit of hope. Give themselves a little bit of cross-ice pass from the D is not going to end well for them though. Luckily there they managed to get enough on it. Webb got enough skin in the game to just deflect that one out. Now a shot in from the distance goes through traffic, fired in by Axel Benjamin. Two Inferno players floating around in the slot, just going around behind the net looking for another option. Michaela Doolan. Doolan does it again. The referee's whistle's going to wear out at this rate, and this will end the period. Doolan just reverses back, tries to get a wraparound, and I think it's gone off the Doolan's goal. I think that's how Doolan's goal again by look at it. Teams as they celebrate the goal, the Inferno. That will end the second period. So the Inferno out to 11 goals to 3 lead over the Dogs. Rink announcer here tonight, Anton Goss, is getting tired. Having called so many goals with so little time in order to do it. So the Inferno 11 goals to 3 at the end of the second. Commanding lead for sure, but we certainly have seen games come back from this margin before, so it is not over. The Dogs can get one or two quickly. We certainly know that both teams have incredible scoring prowess. The Dogs did score 18 goals back in round one, and previous scores have all been high. And the Dogs do it. They can get one or two back in the first minute or two of the period, and they're right in it. Inferno get another couple. It's going to look pretty grim for the Dog Kennel. Won't be any bones for them to take home this evening if they can't get one or two goals pretty quickly. But the question is, how on earth do you contain Michaela Doolan, who has got 4 goals so far? Great backup there, Marcus Sande with 3, and Enzo Bonato with 2, and Max Dossa with 1 as well. So it's been pretty well spread out, but it's certainly been the Doolan show. Hunter now tries to get past the Inferno defence to Rico and does, but is pushed into the corner. To get some time and space. We know Hunter's well and truly capable of scoring. The Dogs need to get it into that slot area and really put some pressure on the Inferno goaltender. They'll try and do so. Archie Robinson loses the puck, but it comes across, fired in there by Kane. Now the puck behind the net. He's playing from his knees and spinning around. Abdullan. There's nothing he can't do in this game. Another shot in from a distance. And clears it out. They've got some movement now, but a nice poke check by Tom Giles. Finds Boros, but Boros dispossessed by Bonato. The puck behind the net now for the Inferno, looking to break it out, playing up ice there. Major sack. Stuck behind the net. The poor checking pressure by the Dogs. A little bit casual at the moment. Going to need to put some more pressure on the Inferno, stop them getting out of the zone if they can. pinching in high there, looking to cut off the run by Dosser. Was Archie Robinson who judged it finally. Manages to keep possession. The Dogs now one back, looking for an option, trying that risky cross ice, but this time they get away with it, the Dogs. And iceHQ will just dump it in deep. The Inferno don't need to do anything here. They've got an 8-goal lead, so they can sit on their heels. But if you do that, you always give the opposition a chance to get a sniff. They can get their tails in the air, the Dogs, and start wagging. And they are right back in this game. The puck just dancing to get into zone. Dosser now trying to get past everyone, finds Sanday. The Dogs clear it out, but it's going to go for icing. The Dogs will be brought back. And they won't be allowed to change. The referees are enforcing that rule. I'm not sure if they are or they aren't. Looks like they're not. But anyway, we'll be brought back. They are enforcing the rule. So trying to get a change there was when Kane was brought back on the ice because he tried to change after the puck had been iced. Tired legs for the Doggies. 14 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the period. Quickly the Dogs to get themselves back in this. The Inferno want to absolutely slam the door as if they haven't done enough to put some nails in it as well. The Dogs look to clear it out. They've got some space. Dancing up the side is Giles, who's looking to get into the slot with some room. Giles loose in the slot. Pass comes across. The Inferno get in the way. And they will shut that one down nicely. Another chance now, the Dogs. They fire from a distance. Hits Tom Giles, but can't get enough on it. Another chance now, the Dogs, but back-checking pressure is fierce by the Inferno. Loose though behind the slot in Gretzky's office is Angus Hunter, but he's dispossessed in the end. Here come the Inferno on the move. Willick now looking to do something with it, but is ridden into the corner by resolute defence by the Dogs. Bring the puck out, it's picked up by Webster. Webster just trying to keep the puck bouncing off his stick, but it won't quite go. Gets back in again this time. Pressure on from Will Giles. Dogs whipping it backwards. The forechecking pressure by the Inferno has been relentless. Picking it up now, Marcus Sanday. The Dogs try to break up the boards, and this time they do. And it's Fleet now with room. It's 3-on-1 for the Dogs to get the puck across. Oh, they fluffed the two shots there, unfortunately, for the Dogs. Had a great 3-on-1 opportunity, but just couldn't finish it. Now going back 2-on-2, picked up by the goal-scoring machine in Abdullan. But he can't convert it this time. Also floating free in the slot, being casually observed by the Dogs. And here they come back down the other way. And they just leave the puck behind, unfortunately. The little black rubber thing, you've got to take it with you when you go. The puck now stuck between about 18 sets of legs. The Dogs will dump it in deep and try and put some forecheck pressure on, but they've got to get in fast. They're cruising in. Fleet stops in the slot, just watching the Inferno players set up their breakout. They're very static. Again, the Inferno don't need to do anything. They'll find Dosser. The poke check rides the puck. Inferno bench. 12 minutes and 20 seconds to play. The Inferno with a commanding 11 goals to 3 lead. 24 shots to 10. It's been a good day for a goaltender, that's for sure. Either of them would be a little disappointed probably with scoring rate, but in particular you've got to feel for Walt Webb, who has done his best. But how do you stop Marcus Sanday and Mikhail Abdullan? I don't know. Here they come. Webster for the Inferno, tries to play it up. Poke checked by the Dogs defence. It comes back in deep, kicked up by Kane, who's looking for options. Olin Dosser trying to blast around the back. Still with room, but eventually rubbed off the puck by the Dogs. And here they come with a little bit of numbers, but it's going to be Cohen Freeman trying to get the puck across into the slot. Shot there was taken and scored. The Dogs got the one that they needed. It was set up by Cohen Freeman going deep into the corner. And then Aiden Forrest, I think, finished it off. The Dogs setting up very quickly. They know the clock's not on their side. That gives them, they brought the lead back to just 7 goals. It's doable. Fans rejoice. Regardless, here come the Inferno again, trying to sort that one out. They were just probably a little bit casual. Both teams have very good defence, just the defence is occasionally a little bit casual. Dogs now in the hands of Freeman again, tries to set it up. Dogs D calling for the puck, trying to get something happening there. Was Nusik. The puck is iced by the Inferno and will be brought back. 10 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the third. 11 goals for the lead to the Inferno. Just taking time a little bit with the change. They want to get it happening quicker. Big goal scoring, big goal deficit. Can't afford to waste a second of this game. They've got to get things happening quickly and they have to take risks, which means, of course, they're more likely to get scored against as well. But at this point, you've got to do something. They fling the puck in, still loose in front of the slot, bodies everywhere. Keeping it in more, the Dogs. Gets the puck off, shoots Platt. Platt goes wide, so close. He may have deflected off a body. Sorry, not Platt. We'll get that one out eventually. It was a good shot, that's for sure. And Hunter goes left, right, shoots scores. The other scoring machine is Agus Hunter, and you'll just see this is beautiful. Left, right, and eventually a little backhander goes over the glove of Toby Smith. So we're 5 goals to 11, a 6-goal lead to the Inferno. The Dogs coming back hard in this period. Doing honours for them on that occasion. But, coming back the other way and addressing the balance, but missing the net, unfortunately for him, was Abdullah. Here come the Dogs on the check, and it was Fleet trying to do something with that one. Now it's picked up by Hunter again, who tries to get around Abdullah, but Abdullah uses the body well and just puts it in front of the puck. Blasting now is Magisak. Magisak will go into the corner, trying to find options in the slot. Inferno with numbers in deep. The Dogs now coming back out, and it's Hunter again with 3 to beat. Not quite managed to get past it. Nicely timed poke check as the Inferno just try and shut down that offensive threat. Now they sit behind the net, creating a bit of congestion, trying to be pushed off the puck there as the Dogs try and do something about it. Puck's loose in the slot. We're going to hand up for a penalty, and it's going to be on the Inferno. So as soon as the Inferno get possession, the referee is going to blow the whistle. We will have a power play to the Dogs. They're going to need a goal in this one, and they're going to need it quickly. Heading over into the penalty box is Mikhail Abdullah. So the bigger offensive threat of the Inferno will be sitting for 2 minutes or less. The Dogs want him to sit for less, because of course once the penalty is over, comes back on the ice. The Dogs will be mindful too that if at the end of the penalty he comes on and he's paying attention and he's going straight into the game, it's a very common opportunity for players to score goals. A couple of days later in the NHL, very silly goal. Freeman now with a chance, shoots through traffic, hits Fleet in the back. Fleet gets another shot, the puck's loose and bobbling around in the slot. Some good play there by the Dogs. They created good opportunity. Freeman flung it in. Only as far as Fleet's back. He was trying to create a good screen, and certainly created such a good screen that even the puck wouldn't get through it. Certainly I don't think Toby Smith would have seen it. It didn't matter because Fleet was in the way. Freeman's still waiting for that shot. Fleet to win the face-off, and doesn't this time. The face-off won by Marcus Sande. Back in the corner. 1 minute and 25 seconds to go on the Abdullah penalty. Dogs creating some opportunities. They try and fire it in, but getting in the way. Now an opportunity now. Freeman with a lot of space. Flings it in from a distance high. The puck bobbles around. Body's got in the way of that one though, and it was Webster who got enough in front of it to stop it. Freeman with another chance. Tries to fling it in, gets around the check of Musek. Gossa, tries to put the puck across into the slot. Enough stick work there just to prevent that. Dogs cycling around nicely. It's Hunter who is just able to keep the puck in the zone. Another chance now for the Dogs. Fleet now shoots. He got a deflection, but it wouldn't go. Just under 40 seconds to go on the penalty. The Inferno looking to clear the puck out of zone. Kept in. Hunter gets it onto his forehand, tries to move around, looks for a tip in. And fled in the right spot. Just quite couldn't do enough with it. Freeman now has been on the ice for a long time. The Dogs have had this line on for quite some time. They put the puck deep into the corner. Flett now picks it up, plays it up high. Picked up Kane. Kane tries to get it across. Fluffs on the pass. And we have a 2-on-1 the other way. Blasting back with speed is Sande. Sande gets a shot in the goal. Short-handed goal to the Inferno. The Dogs had to take some chances for sure. You never want to give away a shorty if you can avoid it, especially Sande with his fourth. If you were what would be probably be a little bit disappointed in that one. It's glove side. Penalty will be over on the top of the puck. Top of the puck, Abdullah will straight back onto the ice. Shot taken by Forrest from a distance, but it's gloved there by Kobe Smith. The stoppage clock will continue to tick. We only get stop time in the last 2 minutes if there's a 2-goal differential, and the Dogs are going to have to pull something out of the hat for that to happen. They're going to have to score 5 goals in about 2 minutes. Possible, very, very unlikely. There might not be enough time on the clock to actually do it without stop time. Now going back to pick it up as players getting tangled up. We're going to have a penalty here. Some doubt as to who's actually going to get it. Sack is claiming that he's been looked. He also looked a lot like he's got a lot of cut. The referee's going to pull it back to face off. Steve Boyd knows all those tricks. He's not going to pull it all over his eyes. The guys floating in place of the Dogs. They have to take risks now. 3.5 minutes to play with the puck is dropped. Inferno win the face-off there through Magisack. Inferno will just delay the game. They don't need to do anything here. Dorico just holding onto it. Dorico's going to do 2 now for probably interference, I guess. Again, it continues to run the clock down, so from Inferno's perspective, it actually doesn't matter. They won't mind that. They'll continue to run the clock. 3 minutes and 30 seconds to play. Inferno will sit the penalty. You can see them just taking their time and not setting up in a hurry. They don't need to get a 7-goal lead with 3 minutes. There isn't enough time on the clock to pull that one back because each goal is going to cost you 20 seconds of mucking around. Still 3 minutes to go. Dorico has been given an extra penalty as well by the looks of it. 2 minutes and 50 seconds to play. 7 goals to lead to the Inferno. Dogs on the power play. Can they get one back quickly and salvage a bit of pride? I'd really like to. There's some tired legs on the ice now. Trying to go over, puts pressure on in the corner. There's Boros. Puck now coming out. The goal scoring machine of Caleb Doolan. Gets on his full hand, takes a shot, and scores a goal. Doolan takes it out to 13 goals to 5 with 2 minutes to play. It's a little bit too much room. There wasn't much there that the Dogs could do defensively. They did the right thing. They managed distance. The shot there by Doolan was high glove side and just went over the top of Longlet's hands. And in it goes. So with 1 minute to go on the penalty, Inferno with a short-handed goal. Quite sure why they brought 5 on. They put 2 players in the box, one sitting the bench penalty. Now need to get it back, but it's brought into the corner by Arras. Tries to put the puck across the front, won't go. Inferno now is short-handed. They've only got the 4 on the ice, but it's not going to matter to them. They've certainly got a short-handed goal earlier. 90 seconds now to play. 30 seconds to go on the Dorico penalty. There's the puck now stuck on the half boards. Picked up by George Humphrey. He just holds onto the puck wisely and flings it deep into the corner. Doesn't have to do anything fancy. Just run that clock down. There's no rush if you're an Inferno player. You just about got your hands on the cup. Puck now coming across from the cat. They've got 1 minute to go on the clock. Penalty now over. Ron comes back on. Dorico sitting out for a misconduct. Just 40 seconds now to play. We have a stoppage just outside the defensive zone for the Inferno. Won by the Dogs. They'd love to get one back now for Clyde. Hunter tried to. But it's played through. Kane couldn't do anything with it. Now Hunter picks it up. He's got a little bit of room. I don't quite know how he made room there because he was surrounded by 5 Inferno players. Managed to get the puck clear of all of them. Gets a shot across the front. Nearly went. 20 seconds now to play. Inferno are just about all starting to celebrate. If they wanted to, they can. It is not possible now. It's firing now deep into the corner. Here's Kane. Puts the puck across the front. It's going to have to go and be fetched by Siljana. With just 3 seconds to play. Hunter fires from the distance. And it is watched harmlessly into the corner by Kobe Smith. Inferno convincing winners 13-5. It was pretty close in the first. The ice was certainly tilting in the favour of the Inferno. It was damage done incredibly there. Marcus Sande and Michaela Dillon with 4 goals each. Michaela with a beautiful short-handed goal in the third as well. Bernardo with 2, Max Dosser with 1 and 2 assists as well for Max. And that will conclude the Junior B Grand Final. Goals to the Reservoir Dogs by Hunter, who got 4 of their 5 and the 5th goal was scored by the Forest. But, great win there for the Inferno. They are the Grand Final winners this season for the Junior B. Congratulations to the
Congratulations to our Junior B champions, the Inferno, defeating the Dogs 13-5. Can all the players please line up on the blue lines for the presentation of the awards and medals? Thank you so much to both teams there. What an amazing grand final. Plenty of goals to cheer about. And thank you to everyone who's come out this morning to watch our juniors in their grand final. This year, the JSL has registered over 154 players, much larger than we've had in the past. And that's filling 4 teams across all 3 divisions of A, B, and C. It's been such a great success and what a growth season we've had in all the divisions. It's really great to see all of the players from all the different winter clubs coming together to play in the junior summer league. Firstly, we'd love to thank all of our junior B coaches this season. Without them, none of this is possible. They give up a lot of their early mornings to come out here and mentor the young players that we have in all of the teams. Firstly, a couple of the coaches are out here this morning. Our first season coach for the Snipers, Steve Victor. Thank you to Steve. Another first-year coach for the Bruins, we had Cy Lee. A special thank you for a returning coach for the runner-up team today, Troy Robinson. Thank you. And for a first season for the Inferno coach, taking the championship and the good omens for the future, Kelly Freeman. Thank you. I'd also like to thank the campus parents that helped out on the bench as an assistant coach in the penalty box, cooling down the players after the penalty and opening the doors, for all the hard work every morning to make the JSL possible. Special thank you also to our officials for the game tonight. We have Steve Bella and Louise Whitman, and also our scorer, Beth Connor, and obviously Zara Giles, who helped put all this together. Another special thank you to Carl Number 29, Christian Moore. Number 30, Grace Celia. Number 58, Lincoln Broughton. With an assist this morning, number 67, Archie Robertson. Number 68, Maddie Livingston. Number 75, Oliver Ross. Number 82, Lachlan Flett. With an assist this morning, number 90, Tom Giles. Number 98, Ethan Kane. In net for the Dogs, number 1, Walt Webb. And the captain for the Dogs with 1 goal this morning, number 26, Aiden Forrest. And number 18, Steve Seldon. Ladies and gentlemen, your summer 24-25 rise up, the Reservoir Dogs. And now leading all season, finishing top of the ladder and top of the grand final, your Junior B Inferno. Starting number 1, Archie Kiernan. Number 13, Elijah Geiser. Number 17, Rosita Arias. Number 19, with the goal and 2 assists, Tommy Gulich. Number 20, Jason Garrido. Number 32, Pat Wall. Number 50, with an assist today, Axel Benjamin. With 4 goals this morning, number 37, Marcus Saley. Number 42, Luke Davey. Number 45, Daniel Davey. Someone, with 5